Alright folks, welcome back once again to Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11. I'm the Mysterious JG. We are well on our way to taking out Wu, so let's keep that going. Right now, although some of them have a lot of sea to cover before they're going to get there, pretty much every single city in Wu is under attack. So that's a good sign. I'm really hoping I can end these videos in the next one or two sit-downs. I'm enjoying the game still. I've enjoyed the game throughout, but I think this LP needs to be over. I think it really does. I don't think, and I don't take it as an insult when people say, "Wow, this is a really long LP." Like, it makes it sound kind of like, "Wow, you know, I'm not sure how much more this." I don't feel insulted by that. I mean, it's been a really long LP. It's time for this to be done, I think. But you know, what can we do? Now this is a relatively small force, 18,000, 18,000, so that's like 34k, plus another 15,000, so call it 49k, plus another 15 is like 64k, is that how that adds up? I might have done that totally wrong. I got about 64,000 troops here, heading to attack Jiang, so that could be big enough to do it actually. I might be underestimating my abilities, my armies. But we gotta add into that there's a couple guys in Woohoo, and of course these two units here. No, actually this might all go a lot smoother than I thought. If this goes as smoothly as I'm hoping, I will have actually shot in the leg my vague hope to have a unit of Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei leading one unit together to take the final city, or possibly repeating what I did up in the last city of Wei, where JG Mystery, Bobo Vulture Bobo I should say, and She Grimmeth did that. Because now some of those guys are all commanding separate units, and I don't know that I'm going to settle in cities, reorganize, and redeploy before it's over. The military forces that are deployed right now might just see this game through to the end. Let's go ahead and hope that that happens, folks. That would be fine with me. Fire together. Boom. The idea of using all these tactics is that it is destroying hit points instead of troops. For what that's worth, I'm going to be able to take this city, whether by hit points or by troops. The city is going to fall to me. There's no question about that anymore. Let's get Jiang Liao to go ahead and march out with all of his dudes. Why would I leave Mass Songer behind? I don't understand that. We'll leave a couple hundred gold here just so that they don't start freaking out about how we can't pay these guys. That always bugs me. That bugs me. Yeah, and let's get up here so that we can use fire stratagem and be in range of that band platform. What? No good? What? I'm the only guy who can't do that? Oh, see, I don't even have everybody in range of it, but whatever. You guys have already used up your... There's no point worrying about spilled strategy points. No, fire! Sorkin Nail is starting to fire. Wait, Sorkin Nail is there? So who's the guy who was hanging around with Zhang Liao? I just got confused about who my officers are. Mass Songer, he's not the same guy as Sorkin Nail at all, my bad. Fire stratagem really works, although that's not the fire stratagem, that's just a incinerate. Different thing. Don't think I'm taking this on this turn, but next one almost for sure. Didn't work. Wow, Zhang Liao and Ling Tong, the Dynasty Warriors are just not getting it done here. Yes, it's generic officers. Curses, we weren't ready for this. We were not expecting a fire attack. Not at all. Last thing we thought was going to happen. Alright, so that's that done. guys are heading over towards that other port, it looks like. You guys need to just finish these guys off. There's no point in taking troop losses, because we're not ready to capture the officer yet, so just shoot at them from a distance. From a distance, we're shooting at guys in that boat. Arrows are raining on us. Arrows are raining on us. Arrows are raining on us. From a distance. Okay, yeah, see? She was looking pretty much like China at this point. Shu, very China-shaped right now. Okay, what do I want you guys to work on now? Are they even going to be able to finish everything that we need to get built? Well, if I get a... What is this building now? A stable? Yeah. Let's... Might as well get it going. Then if other guys have finished building, before everything's built, they can drill or recruit or whatever. I don't, you know, Zerfall, not by design or anything, buddy, but I think your advance might stop here, because even though you got a nice big army, I don't know that they're going to be able to be deployable in time to make a difference over here. We'll see, of course, we'll see. Of course, sweet America, of course. They would have attacked on their own, and I just left them alone, but whatever. Just hope they've got enough food when they get in here. Oh, there's food that they'll be picking up when they take over. And it does look like they're on schedule to take over before anyone else from Wu gets there. Recruit. Inspect. Drill. I think we ran out of troops, but not equipment. I think we've got enough equipment. Yeah, well, no, we're very short on horses, but for everything else, we're really ready to go as far as getting another big attack unit going. Hold on, what am I doing? I want to check and see. I didn't think I had 2 stables there, but I thought I would check and be sure. Probably find a nice big District 1 city from which I can reward troops. Jiang here. Oh, we can do a new technique, although not the technique that I want. How many troops are already on their way to Shaochuan now? They've got like 4,000 troops. I just sent out a transport unit from Jiang of like 37,000. 37,000 plus like 4,000 brings me over 40. I could send almost 50,000 troops here from Jiang. That might be a bit excessive. Only 2 officers left in Jiang? There's only 2 officers left. Okay, so let's not go crazy with this. Let's save some points to transport stuff to Shaochuan. 30,000 troops. 60,000 troops. Let's change that down to like 45,000. Down a bunch of gold and a bunch of food. Jiang will never be attacked again, unless plot events mean that there's going to be some kind of revolt in my territory, but that actually doesn't seem like it's going to happen now. Seems like they're just kind of not going with that scenario. I had that happen before when I took over China. I don't know if it was because of the plot thing, because of the ruler that I had, but it doesn't really seem to be happening now. There's Xiaopi. I don't really have anything particular I need to do there. there? GOP. I guess I could just drill troops at these last few points. Yeah, the will is really low in the city. So the troops that I'm sending elsewhere from here are going to really lower the average will of the cities that they're going to, and that's not good because I want to have lots of, well, be able to use lots of techniques, particularly for my siege units when I'm launching my big ass kick your ass woo attacks. I kick your ass, bitch. Anyway, let's concludes the turn of Han's army. There's still a chance to save Han. Actually, at this point, there's very little chance to stop Han. Oh yeah. Now they're even being attacked from the sea. You guys are so screwed. Oh, transport units coming out from Hulao Gate. Jiang Shiping is dead. Shipang, oh baby, it's Shaboos. Drive me crazy. Taishi C is dead. Now Taishi Jiang feels sad. What will be your next move, I ask myself. How much food have you guys got? You've got 70 days. You've got 60 days. You guys are going to get destroyed. Well, no, because you're probably... If the computer has any sense, they're using Meng Huo's unit to launch the combined attack so that you're not taking damage each turn. But you guys are eventually going to start... man, just don't back off before you finish the city. Jeez. That'll be embarrassing. You guys need to get some more... You have 100,000 troops in the city. Why isn't somebody else leading a unit to help this go faster? I might have to get involved here, folks. Ridiculous as this sounds. What is this? This is shortcut, so you need special movement abilities to get there. But I happen to have those. I've researched that, so it's no problem for me. Begin bombardment, motherfuckers. This looks bad. Oh, shit, I'm sorry, Sun Wukong. You got hit by that, didn't you? Oopsie. Release arrows. It's time to start attacking directly. Here I am, everyone. Zhu Huang has arrived, but did not get the kill. Damn it. No, the kill. Sorkinale, you've done a great job, but I feel guilty. I rained rocks down on Sun Wukong's head, so let's make it up for him by turning Zhang Liao into his pawn in this attack on Lu Jiang. And they didn't... Jeez. Sorry, Sun Wukong, this is not your day. Okay, never mind what I said, Sorkinale, you do get the glory. Congratulations. Lu Jiang captured. Sorkinale's unit of Han's army has taken Lu Jiang from Sun Xuan's army. We captured Zhang Jiao. Zhang Jiao was an important political leader in Wu who generally advocated peace and tried to stop Sun Xuan from... Well, he wanted him to surrender to Wei, for one thing. When Wei had tried to attack, he didn't want them to fight the battle at Chibi. And he's pretty much always was against every attack whoever made. He's pretty, you know, kind of like a pacifist. That's the way we executed. Haha. Just kidding. But, oh, Lu Jun. Lu Jun's a really top-notch officer. In the Dynasty Warriors, he tends to appear as, like, shaved pits Bishonen boy. But in, like, actual history, he was a really important and capable officer. A reputation protector, I will not become a turncoat. If I betray my wife, I will never be able to show my face to her again. Well, your wife? Who are you kidding, Lu Jun? Good joke. Is that what you call your boyfriend? I have my pride. I will not kneel before you. I would not help you even if it were to save my own life. I have no idea who she is. She may or may not be his wife. My heart is firm. I will not submit to you. You want me to surrender or save your dreaming for when you sleep? If I betray my husband, I will never be able to show my face to him again. I think that's actually his wife. My heart is firm. I will not submit to you. I have my pride, see? I will not kneel before you, see? I have my pride, see? I will not kneel before you, see? Surrender, do not jest with me. I was watching, was it King of Chicago? Is that the name of it? Zerfall's been LPing this game where you, like, become a mobster in Chicago, and it made me think of Edward G. Robinson. It's a game heavy in you reading a lot of text. Where there's life, there's hope. Oh wow, those were the dying words of the John Pertwee Doctor Who. Of course, he said, when there's life, there's... But, you know, same difference. Yeah, I was not expecting him to quote Doctor Who. Of course, you know, he's alive, and the Doctor wasn't at that point in the story, but still. Hey, you guys need to hurry up and take that city. I don't want to have to come mop up. It's going to be a pain in the ass for me to do anything about it. I would probably attack by sea, actually. That would just be a lot easier for me to do. I guess they might as well build the city up, but I really have gotten to the point now where I just want to hurry up and take out what's left. Who hasn't moved? Oh, now that I've got Luigi Underfax unit over here, not over here, over here, has been manually told to attack this thing before. Now I have to make him do it on every freaking turn. Next turn might take 2 turns. Now if I turn the map back the way it's supposed to look, you'll actually get a better idea of what's going on geographically. It does. I don't like this view as much. The cities don't look as cool when they're like right-angle squares. But this is what's actually going on the map. The Jiang kind of comes up this way, and you get into you get out of southern China and into like central northern China. When you cross up here, this is their last foothold they have north of the Jiangdong. Other, of course, than this city, which is now, well, that's Runan. This city, which is now completely isolated. Ma Teng's guys are attacking. They're not being particularly efficient in how they do it. These places here, which I'd always been thinking of as being kind of central or southern, well, they are actually quite southern. Where is the city that I'm thinking of? Yeah, Jiangling is like one of my big cities, and it's actually pretty central. And they're the ones that I've thinking this whole time should be trying to attack Jiang, and for some reason they refuse. But yeah, their last strongholds are basically a couple of cities that are over here in the far east of China. Because if you go south of here, the game puts terrain here, but there's really nothing going on down here. And I'm guessing we're getting into like the territory of like the Viet tribes and other groups that the Chinese considered to be barbarians. But you know, modern Southeast Asian nations grew out of those old ancient groups. But for the Chinese, they were like, you know, they were uncouth barbarians, hadn't learned the ways of Confucius and all that kind of stuff, so they're not really worth thinking about. Certainly not part of this game. Any more than, of course, we go into, if somebody was joking, we need to keep strong defenses up here, because at any time the Mongols could invade. Well, it's not going to happen in this game, but it wasn't wise for a ruler in China to not have some, you know, armies and defenses and readiness in that part of China. That is actually true. You never know when Great Khan might show up. Yeah, alright, so now we gotta take our domestic turns, and just so that I don't get confused, I need to turn my map back to the crooked way that I've been using it all along. That just looks cool and gives us nice angular cities, but it doesn't actually give us a very good view of what China looks like. Let's see here. Don't have anybody who can act here. You must be a transport unit, but now I don't even know for sure where you're heading. The city's been taken over, but we're not going to be able to do anything with it on this turn. You guys have like no will left. I guess you should stay there so that just to make it difficult for them to retake the that port. But I don't think I'm ever actually going to like use that use this unit again. Who are the officers here? You guys are officers in this port. You're pretty much going to retire here. Yufei, you've done a good job, but that's going to be it for you. He's a prisoner? Or he's the officer of prisoners. I don't know what the heck that means. Anyway, action points. Let's recruit. Inspect. Drill. And build horses. GFP, you are about to get a whole bunch of stuff transported to you, so I'm not too worried about you recruiting or anything like that. Jiang probably needs to do all those things. Recruit. Good old Sima Yi's in there going and planning my downfall. But it's not going to happen right away. That's a lot of horses they got. Alright. Good stuff. Let's watch their continued assaults on this city. There are still units who haven't moved. Are they talking once again about up here? No, they're not. So who can they possibly mean? Oh, these guys. Here I go, vroom vroom. Pretty cool to take over Hulin with these guys so that I won't have to send another unit to do it. I don't think I need to take over the ports to rule all of China, but I intend to have the entire map green. We took more damage than I thought. If I take this port, I don't think they're going to bother to counterattack to get it back, but you never know. There's Wu. Sun Xuan is like really close at this point. Anyway. It's been a long game, but we're closing in on the end here. Hey, they've arrived at GFP. Order them back to wherever they came from. Jiang. Oh no, this guy's heading back to base. You guys are never going to finish off this city, are you? What would you have done at this time? I think I'm going to have somebody go up there and attack. Who's a good naval officer? And does anybody here have anybody here? Well, Sorkin Nail would have to command the unit just so that he can have. Yeah, Ling Tong and Sorkin Nail. Don't have any vessels here. Damn. Let's work a lot better with the nuclear vessels. You guys have more ships? They're probably getting more ships. So I might as well send them over. Everybody to congregate up here. I'm going to go ahead and try and build up the city as much as I can with these officers while I'm waiting. Because like I said, I wasn't going to rebuild everything, but damn it. This is a mainland city. It really shouldn't be left ravaged just because Wu was here. Alright, so what have we got? We got one farm. We got a mint with no markets on it. I got 3 dudes who can build a market pretty fast. Let's build a market on that mint. Get some gold coming in here. And then we got Jiang. Can't do shit domestically, so let's have him drill the troops. Because they're going to be doing, like, if I get a bunch of ships ready, they're going to be basically be hugging the coastline and incinerating on every turn, so they're going to need some wool. Alright. Soldiers attack! Man, I really wanted to take this port, but I don't want to get out of range of those guys. We'll see what happens. Hulan captured by Jiang. Ooh, good job, Jiang. So that's a little bit more of China turned green. Yeah, so this city, now you can see exactly what splashes of color are dictated by this city because it's completely surrounded. Jiangxi is going to take Luling. It's just a matter of how long it takes her to get down there because nobody's coming to defend it or stop her. She's got 8,000 troops and full will, so I ought to be able to use the incinerate tactic on it until it's gone and not have it counterattacking at all. So that's basically just a formality. Boyang. Maybe I'll send Zerfall to take care of Boyang while let's see. He is available. Alright, Zerfall, it's been a while since you got to do anything fun. Let's send you out there to take out that base. What do you say, pal? So you want me to attack Boyang, right? Yes, I do. I sent him out with swords. I should have given him cavalry so he'd be a little bit faster getting to the port, but screw it. There's 2 dudes left here. What can they do? They can work on building a smith, because it's the last thing we need. Then we can start rebuilding the army here. And by the time those other officers get back, the game will be over. But if not, I'll be ready to launch a major attack out of this city. If somehow they manage to hold me back and defend Jiang, I'll have a force built up here that will be able to raffle stomp right through. But the city that they would naturally have, the Wu city they naturally would be able to attack from here, has already fallen and is now a Shu city, so there you go. And now these guys, I guess they're going to reinforce here now instead, unless they're actually on the attack. It's kind of hard to tell for sure. The kid screaming outside, how adorable. I wonder if these guys should march out of here. I did say I wasn't going to have them do anything else, but he was going to retire here, but this would be a way to potentially stop this guy from being a problem. Yeah, the big naval battles I was anticipating on the Jiangdong really haven't happened. They launched one big massive attack right at the beginning of our war. I held them off, and that's pretty much been it. Oh, look at this. Sun Quan, you better be shitting your pants right now. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this army, this attack group, forget about the rest of my forces, this attack group is probably larger than Sun Quan's entire force right now. Almost certainly larger than their entire force put together. It would be easy to check, actually. Just 12,000 dudes, 22, 30, 44. Oosh, 44, that's 54. That would be 62. 62 plus 18 is going to be 80. And then 98. And then 98 plus 3 is going to be 101,000. Call that 111,000. 128,000. 140,000. And then 158,000, unless I miscounted, which is entirely possible. So that's 158,000 troops against Sun Quan, who has 90,276. So they do, in fact, by a considerable margin, outnumber Sun Quan's army, this group that's attacking right now, including these guys who are taking a long time to get there because they're juggernauts. Juggernauts with an extra S floating around underneath the U and the first G in Juggernauts. It's a considerably smaller army over here, but they might not have much pressure on them, seeing as Sun Quan really is going to need everything he's got to even slow these guys down. But they've got a long way to go, folks. We've got a few videos left just because they've got a long trip ahead of them. I mean, exactly, in a way, the same position Cao Cao was in. Huge, apparently unstoppable fleet going to attack Wu. What could possibly go wrong, folks? Well, the big difference being that Zhuge Liang is on my side. That makes a pretty big difference. That is another turnover. The turnover, it's good. Delicious apple turnover, folks. Maju's leader is now 69. Woo, sexy. Is there somebody else marching over here to attack? Is that the sound I heard? No, it's him marching away. Not a Wu, not a Shu, away. What would you have done at this time? Would you hurry up and win the freaking game, JG? Well, I'm gonna try, Zhuge Liang. I'm gonna try. So let's end this video and come back for more of me killing everyone dead and taking over China. Rebuilding China behind me as I go. I don't know if this game scores you the way that... I don't think it does. The same way that Grimmeth got like a score of some sort at the end of one of his LPs where it said he didn't do a good enough job and he wasn't sure if it was... I couldn't tell if it was because he took too long or if China wasn't in a very good domestic state or what, but I would think that if you get points for your domestic, the strength of the economy and the food production in China, like there's certainly no starvation going on in China that I've built. I would think I'd be doing pretty well on that score. I need to like remind myself. I was gonna end the video. I'm sorry. All right, folks. When we come back, I will finish the attacks on that boat and hopefully the thought that I was in the middle of expressing when I realized I hadn't ended the video yet. See you next time, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.